Yeah, this is quite amazing city. It's Herceg Novi. It's beautiful. I never can tire of Herceg Novi. Even when some people are here now, they want to move away because I love it. For me, it's really perfect. I really like it. It's very friendly people. It's a city full of cultural heritage, and it's a very European city. It always was, and it always will be. It's a city, you know, there's many aspects to it. I love most of it. There's a Ukrainian friend, and there's the caniculi, and of course this is the sunset in this beautiful city. I'm now driving home after a wonderful day in that beautiful city, and it's really amazing. There's so much to see, there's so much to discover, and it's really a wonderful place in the world. Yeah, there's of course a lot of people just wondering. It needs a little bit, you know, the infrastructure, the water infrastructure, canalization, all these things, the road infrastructure, much needs to be still done, but it will be, you know, because let's not get impatient. Once in the European Union, all these things will be certainly done very well over time, and we need, of course, to have this patience. Yeah, I want to show you the beauty of this city going now towards Morin, and where I'm based when I'm here, and this is really very beautiful here. Many hotels, expensive real estate. It's absolutely fascinating place, and I tend to love it. Yeah, it's really very good, and you know, this is amazing. Here, of course, some hotels are still for sale for international groups, and that is, of course, fantastic. I hope that more and more investors will come to discover, and actually it's not so undiscovered anymore. It's already quite a big situation here, and that's also one of the bigger and more beautiful holiday resorts here. This whole Millionaires Lane, they call it. That's very, very beautiful, and wonderful real estate here at the coast. I cannot show you all the beauty here while I'm driving, but just to give you a bit of impression. Ultimately, I repeat, you have to come yourself to Herceg Novi and to the coast. You cannot just expect to live everything on the podcast. No, you must see yourself. You must also find your own way. I'm just able to show you some of the ways and some of the areas with a little bit of, you know, these videos. And I can call, of course, when you're here, do everything you can, and wherever you are, support Montenegro in the European Union, because it's of course much better inside than outside. And I'm sure also the United Kingdom will come back. I'm sure also that Montenegro will be in the EU. Just, you know, we can work as slow as we did the last 15 years. Yeah? Basically, since the financial crisis, we are a bit slow, and that our enemies feel, and then they start their own crazy, brutal initiatives, like trying to pressure the world with their wars and all the other things. I say, if we develop the agenda we had with enlargement in 2004, and we consequently and relentlessly work on Europeanization of our societies and our systems, and enlarge and integrate, then, you know, our enemies have no chances. They will not win. But if we are like letting everything loose, and protectionists, xenophobe, populists, and the enlargement, basically, if we are French, we can sum it up. I have nothing against French, and all my French friends will not like it to hear. But as long as Mr. Macron is in power, and all this French philosophy is dominating Europe, then of course our enemies have a wonderful time, because they can always move big time, and they can always somehow claim to fame that they are somehow on the winning streak, and then they have these fantasy agendas, and then we lose. That's Melinia. That's a wonderful hotel I will show you as well. This former quarantine hospital is now a very beautiful hotel. I showed you some of it already on this podcast. I can always show you parts, pieces, glimpses of the beauty. I cannot show you everything at once. It's simply too much, and it's simply not possible to show everything at once. It is amazing here, and also the road movies I think are useful for everybody who comes here by road to see some of the beauty, and of course to understand what is going on here. It is very useful to do, and I'm now trying to show you what I can in these beautiful moments of life, and to work together to promote this, and to show you the Balkans as I know it and as I see it today. It's real, it's beautiful. In the middle of October we have here the Podgorica elections coming up. I did what I could to endorse the mayor. That was, I think, good, and I'm happy it was working out. And I try also to understand here again the railway station, the former Austrian railway station. You know, the politics are of course complicated in all the smaller countries here in the Balkans. As in Albania, we have basically the Socialist Party as a one-party system, and all others are not really very effective, especially since the center-right-wing Democrats are a little bit in confusion or in complete turmoil. That's deeply problematic, and you have obviously then the problem with the in Macedonia also the Svimere party, deeply problematic, and we will see what's going on there, and also the specific situation of politics over there with the minorities and with this difficult political constellations. And also in Kosovo actually has now the best and most promising political structure with this broad-based reform coalition of Albin Kurti and Vjosa Osmani. That's really very promising. Albania need to orient like this. And here as well you have the question of because the dominant question is not left and right, it's the question of independence, and Europeanization is basically still the post-independence shocks which are so dominant here in this country, and the divide, because basically you have a pro-European bloc and you have a pro-Serbian bloc, and you know it's getting a bit, it moves up in the edges, but ultimately we need a pro-European coalition here to win, and then to really do what's necessary and avoid any entanglement with Serbia as much as possible in religious, in property, and open Balkans. And it was the historic mistake of Tritan Abazovic, who under pressure of Rama has opted towards Serbia, tilted back. Big disappointment, and cannot happen again. We need a really very clear pro-European majority here, and that must be built for the next elections, probably next year. That is my proposal. And then to get this country into the EU ASAP, and that's basically the way the things must go, and they will go like that. Yes, perfection is happiness, and here I am on the way back to Herceg Novi. In my times here, when I'm before all these activities now for public, I have also loved to go to Herceg Novi, because I generally love to go to Herceg Novi on Saturdays. It's somehow my favorite place. But I also love Morin, I also love Kota. There are so many places I really love and I really fancy, and it's a wonderful day. Unfortunately tomorrow I have to go back already, but also Austria has much to offer, and I will be most happy enjoying to stay some days in Austria. If I head onwards to Pristina later this week, I don't know. That's a decision I will have to make in the coming days or weeks, and that will be very good to understand and to do once I have clarity on that system. And here we go in this beautiful moments. Here's, of course, I have not of time to show you now Porto Novi. It's very beautiful, but I don't wanna now make another detour. Porto Novi will be on the agenda in my next trip, but now I will be in Genovice, and that will be the question of getting things done, and that is very good. And here we are at the moment of conclusion. Yeah, very beautiful. I love it. I mean, it's an amazing place. It is amazing. NATO country, NATO secured, wonderful, and it's also a very positive and beautiful place to be here in these beautiful moments. And I have still enough gas for the future, and we are going now to the south, and this is beautiful. Tomorrow again the airplane, and now I will just show you some of the other beautiful places that I love so much. I will be back, but I already miss it. Yeah, thanks a lot. I will make another video once I'm passing Genovice, and then I will show you the beautiful bay in a second video. Thanks a lot for that, and more to come from Pax Europiana here on the road to Morin. Bye.